It's the Jack
and Cathy
show.
Shit Show.
And there we go.
Yeah,
okay,
like
I think if
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
The fuck was that?
I don't know. Hi.
I'm starving all of a sudden.
I know we just had some technical difficulties. We had to have the production team. All of you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
You guys always show up for us. Thank you.
Sharp as hell they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're smart. Is that white light still on the side of the computer?
It is.
If it goes out, I'm going to cry. That's simple. Hashtag crying. Hashtag what the hell. Hashtag why is this happening to me? Hashtag.
Isn't that a Jimmy Fallon skit? Where
oh my God, it's the best. Him and Justin Timberlake. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
But Justin Timberlake, my favorite part is when he goes, hashtag LOL. And then he just runs out of breath.
It's awesome.
What a day.
What a day. Okay, do we start from the beginning or are we going to
Let's start from the beginning. And then I want to go, so then throw it over to me, but you start it.
Okay.
Start what happened.
I was
just
telling
tell
the peoples what a great day we did. We have these t-shirts on that say Toad Ambassador because we volunteered at the Toad bike races. Yeah. Yep. Toad stands for Tour of America's Dairyland. So it's these professional races and they're all around the area. And tonight's race was in Wauwatosa, which is the town I grew up in west of Milwaukee.
Yep.
And it was a blast. We were at a corner for 2 hours, keeping people safe, saving lives, keeping them from walking in front of the bike racers. And then...
so what was our job, though?
Well, our job was to manage the crosswalk at a certain stop point. And we were on the corner of Left's Lucky Town, which is a great bar. And they had not live music. They had music outside, a DJ, and it was a blast.
So why was it a blast, though?
It was a blast because we made it a blast.
Because you have to be in the spotlight all the time.
Do I?
Are you looking at yourself in the camera?
Maybe.
That's because you have to be honest. I have food in my mouth.
Yeah. Everybody knows. But yeah, we had a blast because, of course, when the pace car comes through, you have to get real serious and block people from crossing. But in the interim, you have how much time do we have in between the laps? 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes or so?
3 or 4 minutes.
We would dance in the crosswalk and the crowd was loving it. And we were dancing to the music.
I was slightly offended at the one couple that thought that we weren't together.
No, they had
you need to be safe.
They had a wager. Oh, that couple. She was being silly. She's like, you two know each other, right? Blink twice if you need to, that it was so
and the other
funny.
people, there was a bet that we weren't together.
They had a bet. He had a bet with his wife and some of the other people, whether we had just met or we were together. Were we a couple?
Yeah.
And so.
What did they bet?
The husband won because he bet we were a couple. And we just had a blast. And then there was some neighbors that lived, couple
who liked us,
few hundred yards from our location and said, come over and play hopscotch afterwards and we'll give you a beer.
I think it was bigger than that. They said, we think you guys are so much fun and we do the same thing. And we love us. So everybody knows there were at least 100 people in this corner where we were.
Oh, yeah.
You count everyone by the bar.
Yep.
And the street. So the street was 40 feet wide, right?
Yep.
And
Oh, my ride's here.
Your ride's here. Can you hear that? So, we got to fix the camera because it's mostly me. How do I look? Do my legs look sexy?
Maybe if you take your socks off or something.
Does it not look cool with socks on?
No, it's all right.
Can I put my slides on?
Why are we even trying? Look, we have snacks on the couch.
This is our coffee. This is our dinner table right here.
I know.
So what? I thought was interesting was that it wasn't as though we went out there and the DJ was there and we just started dancing. I think you're missing a major point.
What was the major point?
Well, look what we did before we got the job. The DJ was playing and we were dancing anyway. We were standing outside.
We was
at the outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
We was.
We sure was.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. It's just we was.
Well, we was.
We was. We was dancing.
We was dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were having fun.
Yep.
And that's who we is. Did you just check yourself out on the camera?
No, I was just kind of shifting to make sure, like, am I in camera?
Oh, my God.
I don't want to shift out of camera. I was just, I didn't want to screw up.
Slink down.
Yeah, I'll be asleep in a minute.
So I think the thing was, we were dancing already.
We were.
And then the music started.
Yep.
And
then our
we started acting
jobs
like
started.
jackasses.
Yeah.
Dancing like great. The Killers song was the best.
It was.
Mr. Brightside. We were way energetic.
What's that song called?
Mr. Brightside. Mr. Bright Eyes. Brightside.
Oh, I don't even know if I know.
Mr. Brightside.
What a great frickin' song.
It was awesome.
The Killers rocked. Both you and I, not together, have seen them in concert, and it was one of the best concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of energy. So anyway, we were dancing already, and then we started dancing, and then the crowd was loving us, and then you had the clever idea of the street is lava. And that
so it was the white stripes going across the black asphalt, and we told everybody as they walked across, black is lava, stay on the white.
The odd thing is, we were yelling at them, right?
We're yelling.
No, we weren't just going black as lava, right? We're going black as lava. I am not right now. I'm yelling.
Save yourself.
Right, and I'm yelling. I am not I am not insured.
Step on the black.
I am not insured for that. And then people would start to think we're goofy, and then you would get in their face and go, "Black is lava." And then they'd suddenly look down, by the way, it wasn't like 10-year-olds. It was adults in their 50s who then suddenly looked down at the ground. And
they're like, what?
And they started literally walking on, like jumping and trying to figure out how to not step on the black. Oh my God, we're so stupid.
It was hilarious.
It was a blast.
I got really tired, but I figured we had a reputation to uphold. We had, the crowd had expectations of us by that point, so we couldn't get off that party train.
Well, they liked our dancing first, and then we were as people were walking. I was doing this more than you.
What?
Well, as people were walking across the street, I was walking with them and doing like a moonwalk and all that other kind of stupid shit. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was a blast. But that's
it was a great race and a beautiful night. I tell you, the Midwest in June.
Oh my God, it was a stunning night. Probably was like 78
June.
degrees, right?
Just gorgeous.
Oh
yeah,
God,
we live for days like this. So
stunning.
But all right, let's get to some meaty stuff. There was something that
I feel like taking off my socks. It made me freaking self-conscious. I'm gonna take off my pants too. I'm just gonna be free and easy. So you don't criticize me.
We might get removed from one of our platforms if you take your pants off.
Might get removed
or we might have more platforms.
We might get followers now.
What? But then we'd have to tell your mother to stop watching. So
her and Steven. I shout out to Steve.
You gonna say his last name?
No, I feel like if I do, then he could get stalked.
Oh, that's
with
true.
all of our followers.
Yeah, without his permission, we can't give out his last name.
I don't feel comfortable giving out. Yeah.
But all right, what were we going to talk about? We had some really, really. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go.
Well, we went out we were in Illinois this weekend for a wedding.
Yep.
My cousin Roger's daughter, Julia, got married.
Congratulations.
To Julia and Julian.
Julian. Mm-hmm. What a beautiful wedding.
It was awesome.
They look so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when you used to be so happy? What
the hell was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
That was your attempt at sarcastic humor.
So. It was bad. Keep moving. Keep moving along, everybody. Don't look. Just keep moving.
Away.
Just keep moving.
Look away.
Okay?
Black is lava. At one point, you and I yelled at this little kid, right? We're like, black as lava, get across the street. And he just jumps on all the white ones and sprints. And then how about that? Do you remember that one lady when she was talking? You said black as lava, and she's laughing like, black as lava. She's serious, or get across the street. And then she ran. Right? She just started running.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
It was so stupid. So we went to, what's the name of that place we went to lunch at? Because it's a chain. They have one in Wisconsin. We took Alex to it.
Wait,
morning.
what? When?
We
Where?
went to breakfast or lunch, brunch.
Oh,
what's the name of that place?
First
Fire
Watch.
Chat.
First Watch.
First Watch.
Fire Chat. First Watch. Yeah, great food.
Fire Chat.
Oh my gosh.
And so I want to start here because we're on the topic of fun, and I don't know what the name of this podcast is once again.
Okay. We'll come up with something.
And can we make a promise for the first time?
Maybe it'll
in
be
ages?
called Black as Lava.
Oh my God, the black is lava. I don't want it to be racist though.
Well,
because I always put the in front of our titles, like the ski trip, the whatever.
Oh yeah.
So
it's not at all.
Anyway, I don't want to. If we could just do one thing, even though I don't want to talk about the fucking house for a night. I just know every time we're having episodes, we did this with the house today. Clearly, if you're watching the video, we're not done.
The only thing thriving in this house so far is our garden.
Is our
garden.
garden.
And our love.
Our garden. That's what I meant.
Our garden. Yes.
The garden is kicking ass. But can we just not talk about the house tonight?
Yep.
So we're in Chicago for a wedding. Wedding, ding, ding, ding. Julia and Julian's.
Yep.
And we went down Friday night.
Yep.
And then Saturday morning we had some shopping to do because you wanted to get a dress. So we're going to go to Nordstrom Rack.
Yep.
And right next to Nordstrom Rack is the Fire Chat restaurant. What's it called?
First Watch.
First Watch. It's very similar.
Watch. Yes.
Fire Chat, First Watch. Just close your eyes and think about it. Totally the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we go to First Watch.
Okay.
And then we have this tendency, the two of us, to be laughing and being silly, and then it gets really deep waters and deep and heavy, and we're both looking at each other and we're crying because we're so filled with emotion. And then you go, this should be a podcast, and I grab my phone, I'm scrambling to take notes, which I wrote down on a sheet of paper.
Oh, I recall now what we were talking about at breakfast.
But can I just say one thing before you go, and then you take over?
Yes.
But I thought on the theme of fun, how much fun we always have.
Yeah.
And to all the children out there listening, we are not always this happy. Right?
This is true.
We do have some adult, normal moments. Agreed?
What does that mean? Adult, normal moments.
Well, like we get upset at one another. We get frustrated with one another.
Yes, we do.
Right? And so we're not perfect, but we're getting better.
This is true.
What I love about us is how spontaneous and fun we are, and how you respond to that spontaneity. Mm-hmm. You also bring it, but you respond to me because I'm crazy spontaneous.
Yep.
So we're at breakfast at First Watch.
Yep.
And I said, let's order for each other, but let's not tell the other person what we're ordering until the waitress comes by. So you hear it for the first time.
Yes.
Which I thought was fun.
It was fun. She thought it was fun, too.
And the waitress thought we were adorable because of it. Right. So she loved this one. It's huge, like a 14-inch pancake.
Yeah.
So
which we pretty much ate.
But that was fun.
For the one bite.
Well,
yeah,
and
it was a blast.
We didn't get each other something that would be so outrageous, but it was just fun to say, I'm going to pick for you, you pick for me, but we didn't tell anybody until the waitress came by, right? Or didn't tell each other.
Exactly.
So I just want to go on the theme of fun. And then, so we're laughing and we're having a Bloody Mary, right?
Yep.
And then we went to the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
So.
Well, as I recall, I'm sure as I begin, you're going to be like, wait, can I tell the story? Because I'll forget something.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Hashtag no, I won't.
Hashtag most likely you will.
Hashtag probably.
So I can't remember how we got onto the topic, but I don't know. We were probably talking about the hearings or something like that. And I believe I said...
We were talking about where do we want to be in life.
Oh, okay. Well, you go, because I was going to go to the place when we were talking about morality. Like, is morality...
Spirituality we were talking about.
Spirituality, yes.
Not morality, spirituality.
So, and I proposed the question that was asking, is spirituality something that is only in the context of religion? Like, do you have to, is that, the basis of it only, that it's only has a religious bent to it?
The thing in the
meaning.
context, you asked me specifically, because we were talking about, I think it was maybe attached to the Roe v. Wade stuff. We suddenly went down this path of
what it was,
spirituality and what it means. And and you asked me specifically, how do I define spirituality? Because I don't,
Yeah.
Right. So
you don't practice anything.
I don't believe in anything.
Or believe in it. Yeah.
Right. And I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And I don't force.
I'm comfortable with you.
Well, and I don't force my way of thinking on anybody.
Yep.
Right. As long as no one does that to me.
Yep.
But we looked up the word spirituality. It was originally started as a very religious term. Right. Related to the church, etc. And then it's morphed over time to mean some connection to each other. And that's where we went down this really deep path. I'm going to start laughing because we were both, if the waitress didn't know how much fun we were because it was happy tears, she would have thought we were in a fight because we were both crying or breaking up or because we were both crying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
At breakfast. But it was with intense emotion toward one another. Right. It's weird now as we're talking about deep stuff. I can't stand that you're 18 feet away from me. Whatever. This is your idea. Let's have 3 cameras. I want to face you from half the room away.
See how it works out.
So, but we talked about spirituality and how we both feel very connected to each other spiritually, and that we're connected to, if you want to use that term, spiritual, right? Why don't you finish? Because you did this to me. You told me I would do it, and then I did it. I'm not talking.
Well, because I don't always. You have a memory like a steel trap, and my brain is like a cloud. I need, bits and pieces come down once you've searched the stratosphere. That is my brain. Yeah, I don't know. You did look it up, but you put it. You put it very succinctly when you gave your opinion of what you thought it meant to you.
Are you spacing out right now?
I am.
You're being serious?
Yeah, I am.
It was just a really nice conversation because it morphed into where do we see ourselves and are we chasing, and we know we're both not chasing money. And for us, and then it kind of talked about a little bit about my dad and how you get older. We've got, realistically, do you remember we said this?
Yeah.
Where we said your first 15 years of your life, you're a dumbass, you're a jackass running into walls. And then when you're in your 20s, you're kind of klutzing around. But then once you get to be late 50s or mid to late like we are now, things start to hurt. And we just keep going, well, let's hope we're still active and dancing and doing stuff. But realistically, May 65, 70, right?
Yeah.
We only have 12 more years left to be like this, right? Before who knows what the fuck could happen.
Right.
And so that window of life is fucking short as hell. So you can pursue cash and all this other stuff. And we talked about how we want as many years together to go traveling, to experience things, to be spontaneous, which is kind of how this whole thing started.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like to pick breakfast for one another.
Yeah.
And that's what you create in life, right? We're not trying to create material stuff, right? We're trying to create connectivity with something.
Right.
And that's how the whole conversation went. And then we started crying about how we have been really stressed for some things with this house, which I said I wasn't going to talk about.
Yep.
And we learned to listen to one another better. Well, I did, because you told me some things that...
Well, and you can only listen to the things that you're told, right? So, and if I don't speak up and say, hey Jack, I'm having a problem with X, Y, or Z, how are you going to know what's there to listen to? So it's something that I've always had to work on is finding my voice. I'm so used to just sort of putting my head down and keep moving forward and not acknowledging if something is bothering me. And that's really a muscle that needs to be, trained in me.
And it goes both ways. You have to feel safe to be able to bring something up, and I have to be willing to hear it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we had some moments. It was doing some, I forget what it was specifically. I'm drawing a blank now, which is good. But I mean that. Remember, I told you.
Yeah.
But then we were lying right here on this couch.
Yeah.
And I still had cigar breath from working the night before because you said, "Why aren't you facing me?" I'm like, "Because my breath is really bad."
Yeah. Yep.
But I said, "I frustrated you."
Yeah.
And there was this long pause. I went, "Kath?" And you went, "Yes."
Yes.
So for all the children listening out there in relationships, I can't ask a question I'm not willing to hear the answer to. So I had to be willing to hear yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you had some migraine moments that I know I had a role in.
Yeah, I had a bad one this
week.
Well,
I don't want to think I was the reason. I'm sure I contributed to it, right? There were other things, but I didn't help.
Yep.
And so I knew it and I felt bad. And so the migraine had subsided, and Jay Shetty talks about the best time to learn how to fight with one another, because he said every relationship needs to fight, is when you're not fighting. Mm-hmm. So practice fighting, actually, so that when you do start to fight, you resolve things quicker. Yeah. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I looked at you and can you tell the rest of it? Because I said, "Did I do this?" And you said yes. Mm-hmm. And then you went on to explain what I do that frustrates you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about that?
Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. I brought up the example of when we were actually planting the garden. Yeah. And you are, and let's back up. Let's lay the groundwork again, that you and I were just about a year into our relationship.
Yeah, we're a week away.
Still a lot of discovery with each other, especially embarking on the house and embarking on just doing simple tasks together, you know, and one of those tasks being the garden. And you don't know how much gardening I've really done in the past. We've shared a little bit, and you've done a lot of gardening in the past. So to do it together, and we both have different methods, different speeds, different ways of analyzing what needs to be done and executing said task. And I did get frustrated because I would have a tool in my hand, and you would take it out of my hand to do it better, faster, whatever.
Or part of my challenge is not that I think it can do it better, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
I don't like you doing.
Right. You want to save me from doing anything physically hard.
I feel because
you
like
want to
moving
take
that
care
earth.
Of me. Yes.
Correct. So moving that earth and shoveling, because if everyone can understand, we had a ton of bushes in our backyard. We pulled them all out, got the roots out and everything, and then the dirt was super hard, so we were tilling the soil, if you will, right? Yeah. And it was hot
pulling
as
out old
fuck
roots
that day. It was like 90 something.
Yes, it was really hot. And
right. And so and that's the other thing and I'm not defending myself. I hope it doesn't come off that way. Mm-hmm. I don't like you doing the big physical labor.
And that's something that, I love where, I got to find the balance between, I do so appreciate that you are so conscientious of wanting to take care of me, but I also have let you know that I know a lot of times I love the manual labor. I love picking up the heavy things. I love digging in the dirt and like wrestling with some roots. And
Will you carry me to bed tonight?
What's that?
Will you carry me to bed tonight?
If I could, I would. But I love, even just, how about when we're traveling and I'm picking up a heavy bag, you're like, "No, let me get that."
And I don't even let you wheel your suitcase.
Sweet, but I'm like, I got to do something.
Well, so go to the garden. So we both have different approaches to the garden. What happened there?
That's a fly.
Oh.
It like sat on me and didn't go anywhere, and so I killed it.
Maybe you should shower.
Yikes. Yeah, exactly. It was like, this feels like home.
Well, I've been here before.
My arm.
I know this
smells
place.
like garbage.
Oh,
I must be home.
It must be Cathy. Hey, everybody. Cathy's home.
Let's go get her. She smells rap.
Okay,
but anyway, yeah, that was something that we and you know, Jack, you're brilliant because you really did put me under your thumb by inquiring, like, Cathy, what's going on? You just had this massive migraine. I know I'm not the sole reason, but talk to me, because I sense that you are not telling me the times that I'm that you're bothered by me or have a little thing. And you know, I'm just so used to not saying anything about, you know, because I get very conscientious, like, oh, I'm going to hurt his feelings, or no, it's, you know, and I have this internal dialogue. What's that?
He doesn't have any feelings.
What the hell am I caring
about
that for?
About him? He is a cyborg sometimes.
So I love you for pressing me to talk about that.
Well, we don't like when we're upset with one
another.
No,
we don't. And quite frankly, we've kind of been really great since that moment a few days ago. And not to say like, oh my God, we're in the clear now, where it'll be easy sailing.
But we both asked each other, what do we do in that moment so that it doesn't linger? I think you asked me that.
Yeah.
And the first thing I think I said was, well, if you could, you know, take off your shirt or something, that would get things started.
Oh, Jack, you're so funny.
I'm so adorable.
Not so much right now, but
no, you had said, you did say, what can we do when it's happening, when the fire's burning? Like, what can we do to not keep the flames going?
Right.
And we both just said, slow down and listen. In fact, we went for a long walk not too long ago where we talked about when I start to flood you, for you to say, you're flooding me. You're talking too much.
Yeah, that's a
and you do
perfect
that now.
word. And you gave it that word, and I was like, yeah, that is a really good word, because you are a very fast thinker and a great communicator, and but sometimes
it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, right?
And especially when you're trying to process
at a different
the situation,
space.
right?
Or I'm like, you know what? That was enough processing. Can I be done processing now? Time for me to check out.
Well, that's why I love that you felt, I think, again, for anyone listening, because this is supposed to be a show about relationships, and we're showing people a live view of what we're going through, sort of. I mean, it's not real time.
Yeah.
Right? We're recapping it. It's almost like a therapy session, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what I was impressed by was I knew I had asked the question. I knew I played a role, and you knew I wasn't going to let you off the hook. Like, you had to tell me what was going on.
I know.
I didn't even know it was the garden. That was the funniest part, right? When you said it was the garden, I felt like, wait, the garden? Because I thought it was when we were putting the doors together.
And you didn't even realize, well, that was another fun moment, but I knew you didn't even realize that twice you took the tools out of my hands.
I didn't even know I did it.
You didn't even know you did it. And and so and I appreciate you for asking and listening and wanting to be more aware, and I want to be able to speak up better.
Well, and what you said to me, again for the kids, was what? You said I get very, starts with an M.
Militant.
Right.
Yes.
Then you said you don't like that.
Yeah.
You feel
when you get into work mode, you get very militant. But I don't want to take that away from you, because you know a lot of shit, and you're very good at a lot of shit, and you're very good at these projects, and you're very like you're drilling holes and hinges.
Not at the expense of us or you. So being good at something and destroying, Linda used to always say, my friend Linda used to always say, you might be right, but are you effective?
Right.
And I've always held on to that.
Yeah.
And so what, again, I want the children to hear, Stephen and my mom,
yeah,
was after you said yes, and then you said I'm very militant, we then had another shopping excursion for more shit for the house.
Yes.
And we did more projects.
Yeah.
And I realized I had to way dial it down.
Yeah.
And I had to get you engaged in the process, right? We had to talk things through more.
So we went, we had gone to the store to get some closet stuff. And the first time we did that, there's another bug on me. Do you see it?
Why don't you take a shower once in a while?
It's a mosquito, though. Shit. So the first time we went to the store and looking for the closet stuff, that's when my migraine hit. And I collapsed quickly and that was a really bad one. It's coming your way.
I see it coming my way. So funny.
And then we had our discussion. Once I recovered a little bit, had a discussion. And yesterday we went to the store again because we never got closet shit. It didn't happen.
No,
and we went again yesterday and tried to figure it out. And we're laying stuff out in the aisle. And we're trying to figure out this stupid ass closet to try to make it more efficient.
But we worked together and I turned down
Yeah. And at one point you looked at me. You're like, you're done with this. You want to leave? I'm like, so bad. I need to get the hell out of the store.
And you know me, I'm going to sit there until I solve it, math it out, figure it. And you were like, I'm done.
I was like, okay.
And so we walked out.
Let's go. Let's go. And you did. And I'm so grateful for that. And
I've always said I'm not responsible for your emotions, right? I'm not responsible for the way you react to things that I say. No one is, right? We're only responsible for our own behavior. We know all that.
Right.
However, I do have a role, right?
Yeah.
So while I'm not responsible for your emotions, I do have a role in making sure I create an environment where you feel safe. Mm-hmm. We both feel safe, right?
Yep.
And so you're not responsible for mine either. You have a role.
Yes.
And so if I ask the question of what I can do better and I'm given the information, Seth Godin says this, which I love. Mm-hmm. It's a phrase that says, well, that's not what I meant. Right? You've ever heard that before? People have said that, I'm sure, to you.
Sure.
And we maybe even said it. He has it a different way.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant, but that's clearly what you experienced.
Yes.
So what can we do to make sure we don't do that again?
Yes.
It adds to it.
Yes.
And that's what worked for us.
Yes.
And that's why I think we keep getting better and better. Every time I think I love you a lot, and then we have these moments where it grinds and you kind of go, oh man, please don't be an indicator, which you know is my habit.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going, and there it is.
Yep. Yep.
And instead I went, this is too important to me. I got to ask, and I got to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And so the only way it works for anyone listening, if I ask the question and you say I don't like when you do that, and I go, well, too fucking bad.
Yeah.
Well, then where are we?
Yeah, exactly.
And today, did you feel a little uncomfortable with the door stuff when I was telling you what to do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But was I better?
Yes.
Okay.
You were.
And the only reason I was getting anxious is because
the door was really fucking heavy.
It's so heavy. And I was starting to sweat and lose a grip.
I can't get the screw in. Just one more second.
Well, I think, again, I wish we had a recording of that morning when we talked, that Friday morning.
Yeah.
When we were just lying here on the couch and it was, I even wrote down how brave you were to say, yes, you bothered me.
Yeah.
I think that's huge.
That took me, it took a lot for me to even get that out. Like, yes.
You even had a phrase say, it's good when we know our own kryptonite. You said that too. And your kryptonite is the intensity that I get sometimes. That's your kryptonite, right?
Yeah.
And so now that I know what your kryptonite is, I could use that in a mean way, or I could use that in the right way.
What's your kryptonite?
I don't have any. Your body.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I just fall apart.
Cut.
Okay, we have gone past time.
Probably way past time.
We're way past.
That's
30.
all right.
That's all right. I think we're around it.
We're so entertaining. People don't mind.
I don't know the name of this podcast. I think we should call it the Wauwatosa bike race of dancing or something like that.
Dancing crossing guards.
The dancing crossing guards. I like it. I'm serious. I like it. That's a good name for a title. I think it's intriguing.
Careful how you move.
And then, one thing we're going to do is we're going to go on TikTok this week.
Yes.
Right?
I love TikTok.
I can't stand it.
You go ahead. Keep telling yourself that.
It's a good promotional vehicle.
It is.
Do we want to do any kind of question for one another? I got a question for you.
Okay. Ask away.
What was your favorite part of this weekend?
I'd say today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, we just had a blast tonight. I had a blast with you. You were so fun. You were so silly.
Hashtag happy, hashtag fun, hashtag.
And I just laugh with you all the time, and it's the best. The best.
I have to admit, mine was tonight too.
Yeah.
Because we had a really good weekend. The Friday talk was great.
We did.
Seeing my mom Friday night was good.
Yeah.
Saturday was fun.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that we did. Are you crying?
No.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
Are you crying a little bit?
I am.
Oh, mushy pants.
I am a mushy pants.
Today was, on the drive home, I said to you, I didn't think I could get any closer to you. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
And we didn't give a shit about everyone watching us. The only thing I want you to do, young lady, is when we're in public.
Yes.
Promote the JCSS. Promote the shit show.
I know. I got to get better about that. I'm not good with self-promotion. Never have been.
Yes, you are. You're totally awesome. What are you talking about? You're talking to everybody on the street. You're dancing. You're friendly as hell.
No. When it comes to like the social media stuff.
To push that. Oh, yeah. Just tell people watch our podcast, Jack and Kate. No one's going to forget the shit show because it's a perfect name.
All right.
All right. Ready for a big week?
Absolutely.
Totally psyched. We do our branding tomorrow with Alex.
Yep.
Psyched about.
Yep.
This weekend is we're 2 weeks away from our year anniversary.
I know. We got to plan something special for that.
Thursday, Aaron and Ron may be joining us for Sunvolt.
I know.
We're definitely going to Sunvolt.
We're going to Summerfest.
Yeah, going to Summerfest. We saw Jason Isbell last week, which was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, baby.
Yeah. All right, baby. Ciao.
Okay.
We're out.
Peace.